Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of hand-cooked tires. Go to TireRack.com to see their hand-cooked test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Welcome to the episode on the Aries New Moon April 2026 Astrology, Radical Rebirth, Identity Reset, and Powerful New Beginnings for every Zodiac sign. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, giving you the update of what to expect with the Aries New Moon on April 17, 2026, when it ignites a rare cosmic reset, reactivating bold new beginnings. Get ready, set your intentions, get ready for transformation and soul-level courage through a powerful Aries stellium ignited at the Aries New Moon. With all planets direct and major influences from Mars, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, this astrology transit demands decisive action, authentic self-expression, and fearless leadership. Listen and tune in for this whole episode, but wait till the end when I share how this high voltage new moon impacts your zodiac sign and how to align with this once in a lifetime initiation portal. So here we are. It's going to be on April 17, 2026 at 7:52 a.m. Eastern Time. The Aries new moon lands at 28 degrees Aries. Not just a new beginning, but a threshold moment. Again, here we see the theme of new moons occurring in the late degree of signs. So it symbolizes an ending as well as a beginning. This particular Aries new moon with a stellium of planets in the sign of the warrior is a radical rebirth portal where identity, purpose, and direction are rewritten at the soul level. This is not a gentle reset. This is initiation through fire. This new moon is very powerful. Why is that? Well, this new moon has rare energetic conditions. First of all planets are traveling direct, and they're going direct until May 6th, when the first retrograde planet, Pluto, goes backwards in Aquarius. So with all planets direct, we have full-on momentum unlocked by the Aries stellium of 6 planets in the sign of the warrior. For those who may be new to astrology, that's a cluster of planets together. Whenever there are 3 or more gathered in my name, we have a stellium in astrology. So what are these planets? Well, we've got the sun and moon, which creates a new moon in the late degree of 28 degrees Aries. Then we have Saturn and Neptune going through the early degrees of Aries. And somewhere in the mix, we have the inner planets of Mercury and Mars going through Aries. So the 6 planets, Saturn, Neptune, Mars, Mercury, Sun, Moon. So this cluster of planets amplifies activation and ignition around identity and action. Mars is the ruler of Aries, is also in the mix in Aries, is highly active, bringing the energy of urgency, courage, and movement. So, with Saturn in Aries during this new moon, we've got the effects of discipline, pressure, and karmic responsibility, and really trying to bring something new into form or structure. So Saturn is trying to take all this energy and put it into a container that we can use in our lives and we can use collectively. Then Neptune in early Aries is all about looking at the visions, separating the illusions from the truth. And during this, we also have Mercury in the early degrees conjunct Neptune, which is a very intuitive placement. It can also be delusional, so use your discernment. Mars in those early to mid stages of Aries is harmonized with Pluto, 5 degrees Aquarius. So Mars is in 5 degrees Aries, which is a very strategic, empowering, transformational setup. Neptune in Aries helps us dissolve the false self and dissolve the illusions and delusions. Saturn's going to help us rebuild structure. Mars pushes us into action. Mercury rewires our mind to new ways of thinking. And the sun and moon say, hey, don't you want to try something new and different? You're coming from an old identity. You're coming from an old sense of self. So here we go. We've got the beginning and dissolution, structure and action, and mind all combining at once. And again, it goes with a little bit of a precursor that these planets together are leading into a volatile conjunction that will occur on the 19th of April when Saturn and Mars meet. They're considered two malefics coming together. No bueno. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later in the episode. So what does 28 degrees Aries, which is the degree that this potent new moon occurs? As you may know as listeners, I share Sabian symbols, which is the archetypal description of the 360 degrees of the zodiac as originally channeled by intuitive clairvoyant Elsie Wheeler in the early 20th century, and then written about by Mark Edmund Jones and Dane Rudar in the 20th century, and most recently has been expounded and expanded upon by others as far as meanings of the Sabian symbols that are archetypal descriptions, but may be appealing to more recent. I like to go with the classic Sabian symbol interpretation. So for 28 degrees Aries, the Sabian symbol phrase is, quote, a large audience confronts the performer who disappointed its expectations. Wah, wah, wah. So what does this mean? What could this be about? It's probably the sense of releasing for external validation and taking projections, judgment, or criticism, and breaking free from performance-based identity. Who are you supposed to be? How are you supposed to act? And looking at maybe, are you living your truth or performing for others? This new moon asks you to step out of the role you've been playing and reclaim your authentic self. This new moon asks us to step into soul courage. This lunation follows deep revelations from the previous full moon on April 1st, especially around relationships. So we might see our old identities or sense of self collapse. We're going to become more instinctual, get in touch with our impulses. And again, there's something big looming up ahead in the coming days, and that's the Mars-Saturn conjunction, creating a sort of pressure, the pressure that wants us to create mastery. So at the new moon, we could see our potential for leadership activate. We can choose ourself over approval of others. And the other thing to note about this new moon, it arrives right before Uranus changes signs into Gemini on the 25th of April. So it's time to launch into your new reality. Throw a big net and look at all the possibilities that are available. And as I've mentioned, this is the first new moon in several months that's not tainted by restriction. When we had the new moon in March, it fell during a Mercury retrograde on March 18th. The new moon in February 19th, was a solar eclipse. So it was eclipsed as a potential new beginning. It was also Lunar New Year, traditionally a great time to initiate and start. But it was eclipsed. And then in January, it was a Capricorn new moon, which was a cluster of Capricorn planets that said, do your hard work first. Get shit done before you launch. So this is our initiatory ignition with the Aries new moon. All planets are direct. All systems go. Throw your fires. Light your fires. Burn the old. Get rid of the past. Get rid of the limitations. Throw it all into your fire. Do your new moon lunar ceremony. Write your intentions, seed your intentions, plant them in the ground. It's all about fire. So maybe do that lunar magic where you throw what you want to release into the fire, but at the same time, put your new intentions into the fire. The element is fire. So no throwing things into water or the ocean, nothing about planting something into the earth or letting it go up on the smoke. It's all fire. Light your fire and follow through in the coming days.
Tires matter. They're the only part of your vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you want, Tire Rack makes it easy. Fast, free shipping, free road hazard protection, convenient installation options, and the best selection of hand-cooked tires. Go to TireRack.com to see their hand-cooked test results, tire ratings, and reviews, and be sure to check out all the special offers. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
A month. And on April 19th through the 20th, a few days later, there's going to be the Mars-Saturn conjunction, which is a very important follow-up activation to the Aries new moon. Mars symbolizes action, drive, and instinct, meeting Saturn, the Lord of Karma, the disciplinarian, the restrictor, who requires mastery. Meeting in Aries, the sign of self, identity, initiation. So this might create pressure and action, breakthrough, or frustration. It's a test of strength versus impulsivity, a moment where desire meets reality. Hi there, this is Jill Jardine, host of Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, and I have some news for you. Some of you know that I have a book that's published called Sacred Sound Formulas to Awaken the Modern Mind, Sanskrit Mantras to Raise Your Vibration. Well, now I have the companion oracle cards for Sacred Sound Formulas to Raise Your Vibration. You're going to have a lot of fun with these. You pull a card, you get the mantra that will help you at whatever moment you pick the card, and so much more. So make sure you go online and order yours now, JillJardine.com. So during Saturn-Neptune conjunction on the 19th to the 20th of April, following that new moon in Aries, we're going to see courage gets tested as Mars wants it now. Saturn says, prove you're ready. So this can create delays, resistant, external obstacles. This is because Saturn's trying to refine. Saturn is here to stabilize Mars. So this is going to be good on the international scene, if anybody wants to do anything explosive, impulsive, ego-driven, Mars in Aries, Saturn's going to say, no, wait, and other outside authority figures can come in and put the kibosh on it. It's considered in Vedic astrology, again, I'm doing the Western astrology, as a very volatile time. So yes, we could see volatility globally and in your personal life. Make sure that you don't say anything you'll regret later. But Saturn will temper the martial drives and subdue or rein in the crazy, impulsive rhetoric and threats of taking explosive action. Now, that being said, there could be some rogue activity that goes on that's explosive, because Aries is the sign of the individual. So it doesn't necessarily have to come from a person in power, although that is possible. So the other thing we need to know, this is separating the wheat from the chaff, the real leaders from the fake ones or the ego-driven ones. Controlled fire versus chaos. Aries energy is raw fire. Mars amplifies it, Saturn contains it. This creates controlled power, strategic action, focused ambition, or, if misaligned, frustration, anger, burnout. You choose what you want to experience. It's also a time of karmic action. Actions that are taken either collectively, politically, or personally can have long-time consequences. So think about that. People could be setting patterns. Intent becomes destiny. So the new moon in Aries on April 17th says, begin initiating. And the Mars and Saturn says, now prove it. So together they create initiation, followed by testing the vision, followed by reality check, followed by courage with commitment. So some of the shadow aspects that could come up at this time is impatience turning into anger, feeling blocked and giving up, forcing outcomes instead of aligning with timing, and of course, acting from ego instead of truth. But it's also a time of strategy, disciplined action, emotional maturity, and long-term success built from aligned decisions and embodied leadership. So it's going to be kind of a wild and pivotal new moon window that goes and basically rules the end of Aries equinox into early Taurus. So the best use of it is planting seeds for what you intend in your life and rein in anger, impulsivity, rashness, and whatever's happening out there in the world. Pray for the highest and best outcome. Stay tuned when I give your zodiac sign activation at this Aries new moon. Okay, here we are, the part of the episode you've been waiting for. How is your zodiac sign going to be impacted? Aries new moon, it's your party. You can dance if you want to. This is your most defining reset in years. You can experience a rebirth. Yeehaw! You are shedding an outdated identity and stepping into raw, instinctual truth. The pressure you feel is real. It's forging your new reality. This is your cosmic time of rebirth. Choose wisely. Taurus, this new moon activates your unconscious, bringing hidden fears and karmic residual to the surface. You feel the urge to withdraw, but that's where transformation happens. Release control and trust the invisible restructuring. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that can heal me. Taurus, release those hidden fears and outdated patterns. Your power comes from inner stillness now. You'll launch soon enough during your solar return from the 19th of April through May 20th during Taurus time. Gemini, new soul-aligned communities emerge. Align your voice with your truth, not approval. Your future is being rewritten through the people you align with. Some connections dissolve while others feel fated. Make sure you say what's true and authentic to you. Find your tribe. Cancer, your career purpose and visibility are undergoing a reset. You may feel exposed or challenged, but this is pushing you into a higher level of leadership. Stop hiding your power to stay safe. Leo, truth, expansion, your beliefs, worldview, and direction are expanding rapidly. You're being asked to take a bold leap into something unknown but aligned. Trust your vision, even if you and others don't understand it yet. Virgo, you're going through a time of emotional and energetic alchemy. This is a profound transformation cycle, very psychological, emotion, and even financially. You're releasing control and stepping into deeper trust. Surrender to the flow of love that can heal you. Libra, it's about shift in partnerships. Your partnerships are mirroring where you are in your life. This new moon forces clarity. What are you compromising to maintain peace or harmony? So choose your authentic self over others' approval. Scorpio, time to discipline yourself and rewire your daily habits, health, and work. You will master through consistency. Take small, disciplined steps and keep doing them from the Aries mood on to create massive transformation. Sagittarius, time to have some fun. Creative and romantic rebirth. Your innovative, creative energy is igniting along with your passion and self-expression. It's time to be seen as your real self. Turn up your light. Capricorn, you're resetting your foundations. Your home, family, and emotional core are shifting. You may feel destabilized as all these Aries planets square. That means challengingly aspect your sun. But it's okay. Don't take it personally. Rebuild your life and financial reality to create more security from within. Aquarius, you already know how to speak your truth. Say it louder and clearer. Your communications are being refined. You're being called to speak loudly, share ideas, and claim your intellectual authority. You are the genius of the zodiac. It's time everybody realized it. And speak it. Speak your truth, and others will follow your example. Aquarius. Pisces, time to recalibrate your sense of self-worth, which will then translate to more money, because there's an innate connection between your sense of self and your financial health. So make the most of this energetic upgrade. You're being asked to align your value with truth. Stop underestimating your worth, Pisces, and upgrade your financial reality. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This is certainly one to share with everybody you know. Download, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review. Remember to follow us on all podcast platforms and social media platforms, including Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine on Facebook, Instagram, Jill Jardine on LinkedIn, International Movie Database, Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, and more. This is Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, sending, healing, igniting, inspiring, fiery Aries vibrations into the quantum field. Stop.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.